can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, 2021 is so far a decent year. And yeah, the coronavirus is still going around the world, infecting billions of people out there. And it's quite problematic, and a lot of us are still hoping for it to disappear. Some are praying, some are waiting patiently, and some just can't stand it and want the COVID-19 vaccine to be released. Yep, I have a feeling that this is going to be a good year, isn't it? Anyways, what is COVID-19 in general? And how do we prevent it? So, I've been quite questioning and researching just a few hours ago, and I found out about the current situation of the COVID-19, and that is that a lot of countries are collaborating in order to find the vaccine for the coronavirus. So, like, when is it going to release? When is this pandemic, this monstrous virus, this crisis we're facing right now, when are we going to be free from the chains of this problem? When are we going to be actually saved from the coronavirus? And yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the coronavirus. Also, disclaimer before I start this video, you've all noticed that I have bad camera quality because I'm recording on a laptop and my laptop isn't that great. So, like, I'm using my laptop right now to record, and I want to share this information that I got to you guys, and let me know what you think about my thoughts on the coronavirus. So, to start it off with one question: how is the coronavirus situation here in the Philippines? Well, I say that it's going downhill. I think it's going downhill from the start because, like, Filipinos can be some can be stupid. We all know that we can be stupid sometimes. It's kind of funny because there are a lot of Karens out there, and a lot are impatient because the COVID-19 vaccine, it's like it's taking so long to produce and people want to rush it. So, like, when the COVID-19 that isn't even finished gets released and people are going to be like, hey, this vaccine isn't finished, please finish it now. And then the government be like, I don't know, you rushed it. Like, yeah, we can be a bit stupid sometimes. What I'm saying is, a lot of us Filipinos out there, just in general, some of us just don't follow health protocols. Like, they want to remove this virus from the earth, this world. They want to remove this virus from this world. But, like, they're impatient for the vaccine, and, like, I guess some of us are doing our best to stay inside. And the biggest problem with us Filipinos is that we're Filipinos. I don't know if I'm roasting Filipinos right now, and I'm a Filipino myself, but yeah, the reason because this happens to us, and a lot of cases are still going, is because we're Filipinos. And I know how much the government dedicates their time on research. I I salute that because they're doing their best at least. But to the Filipinos out there watching this video, if you're ever watching this, because some of you are like impatient, you want to go buy milk tea, you want to go buy Starbucks, you want to eat with friends, you want to go to a buffet. Well, you can do that after the crisis has ended, okay? You can do all that. Just please, for the love of God, stay at home, please. I don't want to be eating vegetables here. And also, yeah, I want to meet my friends too. As much as you guys want to meet your friends, I want to meet my friends too. But you all need to be patient, alright? So, yeah, you all need to be patient, or else I'm gonna hunt you and knock on your door and possibly kidnap you. I'm just kidding. If you're still not convinced on following health protocols, then you're really a true Pinoy. Matigas na nga ang ulo, di pa nakikinig sa gobyerno. Because not only are you going to spread the virus, but also you're going to put yourself at risk. Because we need to start acting or thinking as we and stop thinking as me. So yeah, stop being selfish, don't over hoard resources, stay indoors, most importantly follow health protocols, always wear a mask if you're going outdoors to help minimize the cases or stop the Covid-19 virus altogether. Just by staying indoors, then you can be a big help to your country. You can be a big help to the families out there. You can be a big help to society. Yeah, so let's talk about the coronavirus for now. The coronavirus is called coronavirus for a reason. It's because the structure of the virus itself is like the thorns is that of the pointed edges on a crown that you see in media or in real life. You know, like those crowns in media that you see. Yeah, that's the reason it's called coronavirus. If you're wondering what the atomic structure, or if you happen to get interested in the atomic structure of the novel coronavirus or COVID-19, then this is what it looks like. Yeah, I know it looks like tangled hairs or something. It looks like cat's poop. I don't know. It looks like paper or something, but you get the point. It looks obviously gross and it looks weird. Yeah, it looks weird for me. So yeah, we all know that the Philippines are getting ready for the release of the COVID-19. If I remember correctly in the news, the COVID-19 is close, or I think that it's almost done, or it's already done, and people are getting ready for it. So like, we're going to talk about the demand of the coronavirus in the Philippines and all over the world, and which country has the most cases, and why do I think that they have the most demand in all of the countries here in Earth. So I've just researched that United States has the most cases in each and every one of the countries in the world, meaning I assume that they have the highest demand just because they have the highest number of cases, which makes sense that they have a higher demand in the COVID-19 vaccine than all of the other countries out there in the world. So over here on healthline.com, it says that how much each dose will cost. It says here that the cost for each dose ranges from $3 to $37 in other countries. And it also says Moderna, a 2-dose vaccine, recently announced each dose will go around $32 to $37. The Pfizer vaccine, also given in 2 doses, is expected to cost $19.50 a dose. Each dose for Johnson & Johnson's 2-dose vaccine will cost an estimated $10, and AstraZeneca's 2-dose vaccine could be cheapest at just $3 to $4 a dose. Novavax's 2-dose vaccine is estimated to be $16 a dose. And yeah, so what cost are we going to use here is the $3 to $37, which is general, for 3 being the lowest and 37 being the highest. So I have a graph, a demand schedule, and as you can see, the quantity, or let's assume that because there are like 104 million COVID cases in total, so we're just gonna assume that all of them are alive and they all currently have the coronavirus, or they have been diagnosed with the coronavirus at the same time. So surely they will demand for the vaccine. So as you can see here, it's on 37. If this was $3, then the vaccine might be out of stock by I guess months, 3 months or 5 months, 6 months, I don't know, but we're sure that it'll go down pretty fast. But as you can see here at this line, if the cases were only 2 million and it was on $3, then it's a good deal, because there are just a few, there's a few of cases yet, and I think it's just right to put $3 there. But the people who are selling the vaccine, the trusted officials on selling the vaccine, they have to make it higher for the compensation for all the hard work that is put into this vaccine. So I think it deserves a much higher pricing, like $12 or $20, because a lot have been put into this vaccine. It's a lot, and considering that there are 104 million people who are currently diagnosed altogether, right now, for example, then we can just assume that it's going to be under control if the government will put in a equilibrium price, or equilibrium pricing, wherein the people who are diagnosed with the coronavirus can agree on the pricing provided by the government, which may be around, if we're talking 104 million people, maybe around $20 or 1,000 pesos in the Philippines. So I think that's a pretty great deal. And if you want to consider or put in the compensation for all the people who put in the effort and the hard work for the vaccine to be finished, then I think it goes around 31. Because like 20 is our base here, 1,000. I think that's a decent amount. And a 37 is the max they wanna get. Like it's the max they wanna price the vaccine for COVID-19. And like 31 is like it just hits the spot in pricing. So like I think if they put like $31 for a 2 doses of the vaccine, then I think the stock or the supply of the vaccine won't go down that easily. Well, unless if the supply goes down, then they might want to consider making it like a higher pricing. It depends on the number of people or the quantity. Like here, the quantity of the vaccine can be equal to the number of people who are currently diagnosed in our example. And yeah, if they higher the pricing, the slope will be steeper, or the demand curve will be steeper. So yeah, that explains the demand schedule of the coronavirus vaccine. The law of demand states that if the pricing is too high, then the demand will fall. But if the pricing is low, then the demand will, it will go up. But it states in the law of supply that if the pricing is high, then it will go up, or the supply will be greater. But if the pricing is low, then the supply will fall. So yeah, the demand and supply are contradicting themselves both. Because in the demand, if the price is high, then the demand will fall. But if the price is high, then the seller will supply more, meaning the supply is greater, and vice versa. There are actually a lot of factors that can affect the pricing of the COVID vaccine. Examples of the factors that can affect the pricing is its efficiency and like the age effectiveness, the hard work put into it, and the amount of money that is put into research just to find the cure for it. So those are just the examples, or the many examples of the factors that can involve the pricing of the COVID vaccine. Over here I have a formula which Q is equals to A minus BP, which is the linear demand curve. And I have a simple problem where A is the factors involving the pricing, B is the slope of the demand curve of the graph that I showed you earlier, and P is the pricing. Q is the linear demand curve, or just demand curve. So what if our factors were 20 and our slope was 2? The pricing was 31, the equilibrium price that we were talking about, that I think that people can agree on. So if we multiply this together, it makes 62. Then bring this down, 20 minus 62 is negative 42, which is a negative demand, meaning that the demand will fall, and the number of factors can affect the demand, or the shift of the line in the graph that I showed you earlier. It may shift left if the demand is low, it will shift left. The demand is high, it will shift right. So will the pricing, I think, if I remember correctly. And if the government is planning on pricing the COVID vaccine, then they must consider the factors that affect the pricing. Like here, example here is 20. Like the government thought of 20 factors that could affect the pricing, then That's small compared to 62, which is the slope of the demand curve times the pricing. So like, ideally the solution for this is to maximize the number of factors, or we either lower the pricing. So yeah, that's my proof that the number of factors can affect the demand curve of the COVID vaccine. Oh, there you have it, guys. All I want to say after making this video is that I just realized how many people are going to suffer because they can't afford the vaccine if the pricing is too high. So I hope every one of us helps each other out in this time of crisis, so that lesser people will die and lesser people will be infected. So as I said earlier, we need to stop thinking about me and start thinking as we. Meaning, we don't have to be selfish in this time of crisis. We need to help other people. We need to save them. And that is exactly why I am reaching to every one of you to, if your family can afford it, well, actually I'm not forcing you to buy people the vaccine for the COVID-19, but at least try to, if you can afford more vaccines, if you have extra, then I guess you can give to those who can't avail the vaccine. Like, lend help to those who can avail the vaccine. It's according to your own decision if you want to buy them the vaccine if they can't avail some, because as humans have the right to remain healthy, to be alive. We have the right. Right in Tagalog is karapatan. So like, may karapatan tayong maging healthy at mabuhay. May karapatan tayong ma-ensure ang safety natin kapag kagaya nga nito, like, we're going to buy the vaccine. So like, we have the right to ensure our safety of these products if these are still dangerous. Like, kapag tinutukan ka ng COVID-19 vaccine, tapos magulit ka lang, mangisay-ngisay ka na. So like, we have the right to ensure our safety when we use these products, and we also have a duty to, or duty in Tagalog is tungkulin. May tungkulin tayong sunodin ang batas na ipinapatupad sa atin ng gobyerno. Meaning that we need to start listening to health protocols, always wear masks because that's our duty to not spread the virus, and our duty is to listen to the government, listen to what they're saying. Well, not all I think, but like, whatever you think that will help our country to become more safe from the coronavirus and prevent the spread of the coronavirus. And so I say to that, if you have done all of that, if you have done all things, you have reached out to the people who can avail the COVID-19 vaccine, you have prevented the spread of the coronavirus, and like by wearing masks and stuff, and spraying your hands with alcohol, washing your hands frequently, a lot of health protocols like staying 6 feet away from everybody, I think, or 2 feet away. But yeah, like I said, stay safe, you guys, and yeah, that's all for today. And I hope you guys like this video. I just salute everybody that's doing their best in this time of crisis. And at this time of crisis, we need to be together. We need to be strong. And we do not need to lose hope. And I guess we gotta keep on praying to God that the vaccine will be here, and keep praying to God. I keep praying to God that the vaccine will be finished and so that millions of people don't have to die. And I think that we just need ourselves. I mean, like, we just need company. Like, we can't stand loneliness in this epidemic. Like, we can't stand it. We long for like socialism, if that's a word. But like, some of us go out because like we want to meet our friends, right? It's like we can also do that online, but I think for most people, socializing is a way for them to keep being healthy every day. So I hope the vaccine really releases soon, and I wish you all guys a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Tapos magulit ka lang, mangisay-ngisay ka na.